one thinks he was home. Jungkook quickly threw the manga he was reading. Jungkook whispering to himself, "He will be here soon." In this case, was the charming boy Jungkook had a big, huge crush on. He looked down at himself, a plain white T-shirt and black shorts. He searches up his nose in distance. Jungkook, nope, this will be not do not at all. Without another thought, he jumped up and ran to the shower. The sun had already made the water hot. Even without the heater, he sweat lightly. Scrub every corner of himself like he was going to a date. Thought it wasn't one. He came out and wore his best grey suit, one that made his muscle look a little more noticeable. He stayed his hair just like the magazine model he secretly admired, running his finger thought a few times until it looked perfect. Jumped to himself in the mirror. You got this. Just act normal, breathe. You are cool, totally cool. After giving himself a little talk, he calmed his nerves and slowly walked downstairs. His eyes immediately leaned on the old beat up car parked in the doorway. Jungkook softly smelled his hair. His heart full further. He wanted to giggle like a little kid getting a candy bar, but he held in it. He didn't want to look so excited. Jungkook in his head, okay, just walk, don't run, don't escape. Be cool. He made his way towards the kitchen in the large house. He walked to the kitchen, always felt longer when his heart was racing like this. He reached the kitchen and peeked inside. Empty, his smile dropped just a little. Usually he would find Taehyung standing there, leaning on the counter and talking to Jungkook's mom while she cooked something delicious. But today, no one. The only sound was the washing machine from the laundry room. Suddenly, Min from behind. Hey, Jungkook, do you need something, son? The voice made Jungkook jump in surprise. He turned quickly to see Min standing in the kitchen, intense, holding lots of shopping bags behind her. Strong footsteps followed, and then he saw him. Taehyung. He wore a blue jeans in their school football team's jersey. He looked even taller than Jungkook remembered. His torn jeans pocket, thoughts in the sleeve, and his hair golden brown, freshly washed in the golden evening light. He looked like he had just stepped out at the movie. Jungkook looked caught in his thoughts. Jungkook in his head. Oh no, why does he look even better today? Why is he so tall? Why is he sparkling? He couldn't stop staring. Jungkook nervously. No, I just came to grab a drink. His voice cracked slightly. He quickly opened the fridge and grabbed a random drink, one he didn't even like. Jungkook to himself, why did I pick this? I don't even like this. But it didn't matter. The main goal was to not embarrass himself. Minnie smiling while sitting down. Grocery. Do you want a cold coffee instant, sweetheart? Jungkook shaking his head quickly. No, no, I am good, thank you. He trying to open the drink and hide his red face from Taehyung's wife. But Taehyung walked right beside him and started putting the grocery bag on the counter. As Jungkook glanced up, Taehyung looked directly at him. Taehyung smiled softly. Hey, Jungkook. Jungkook stand and choking on his drink because he coughed so hard that tears were in his eyes. When rushed over and started patting his back and forehead, worried. Min gently scolding, careful, sweetheart. You are right. You always rush things, don't you? Jungkook still crouching, embarrassed. Sorry. His cheeks turned red. His eyes were watery. He felt like crawling into the fridge and hiding forever. Feeling a little concerned, but hiding a smile. Are you okay? Jungkook nodding, watering his eyes. Yeah, just went down the wrong way. He stood there, drink still in hand, pretended to sip it again just to save face. But deep down his heart was pounding like a drum, and all he could think was Jungkook in his head. Oh no, I'm totally in love with this boy. A loud alarm suddenly rang out. Min gasped, oh Lord. She quickly rushed towards the laundry area and calling out, help him, will you? She gave a hurried instruction to her son before disappearing around the counter. Taehyung, who had been standing there awkwardly the whole time, looking confused for a moment, then he slowly stepped forward. Taehyung nervously, he hesitated, clearly unsure what to do, but when he saw Jungkook still crouching, he carefully reached out and started tapping Jungkook back gently. Jungkook felt like his whole face was burning. Jungkook thinking in panic, oh no, why now? Why in front of him was like this? There he was in the kitchen watching him like crazy, and Taehyung, his crush, the one he wanted to impress so badly, was now awkwardly patted his head. Jungkook thinking, great, just perfect, and miss with time. His face turned redder from both and cause and deep embarrassment. Taehyung softly, his deep voice calm, careful. It was one of those rare times they were this close, even rare that they actually talked. As Jungkook got friendly, Taehyung gently pulled his hand away and went back to lean on the kitchen ice. He crossed his arms and watched Jungkook quietly. Jungkook felt his skin under Taehyung's eyes. He took a small sip from the bottle in his hand and leaned back against the fridge, trying to act normal, which was very hard. Taehyung suddenly speaking, "You don't usually drink there." Taehyung thinking surprised. He noticed he really know what I drink. Jungkook suddenly smiled a little. The other one ran out. He looked down, but there was a tiny sprinkle of happiness in his chest. Even thought it was just a small thing. Taehyung, remembering his favorite drinks, made him feel get inside. Taehyung reached into one of the shopping bags and pulled out a bottle of orange juice, Jungkook's favorite. Taehyung calmly, "Here, we brought in what we were at the store." He handed it over. Jungkook eyes widened. Jungkook excited, "Wow, was looking for this on everywhere. It was sold out." Taehyung smiled softly. Yep. He gently tried the bottle with Jungkook taking away the drink Jungkook had earlier. Jungkook quickly opened the and took a happy sip. He easily awkwardness slowly faded. The cold sweet taste of the juices made him feel comfortable at ease. The big house was usually too quiet. His parents were away on a business trip. His older brother, the CEO of their company, was always at work. Jungkook spent most of the time alone. But today, Taehyung, watching him silently, he took a sip of drink Jungkook had just given him. The one Jungkook didn't like his fake twins in a pure disgust. Taehyung making a face. He quickly placed a drink on the Taehyung whispering which clear dislike. Taehyung expression was just too pure. Jungkook Shakur, you didn't have to drink it. Smiled a little. Well, I was already open. Jungkook smiled, still spinning his uh, orange juice. Jungkook curious. So I was the match. Taehyung nodded, leaning back. It went well. We won't. Jungkook softly night. Taehyung, There was a short silence. Then Taehyung quietly, why don't we come to any of the games? Jungkook frozen. He looked down. That question it always stung. Jungkook whispering, I don't like crowds. His voice was small, his eyes stared at the floor. He felt a little ashamed. Taehyung didn't say anything right away. Jungkook didn't dare look at him. He didn't want to see disappointment on Taehyung's face. He would be able to bear it, but then he heard a soft voice. Taehyung gently, it's okay. Jungkook heart squeezed in his chest, but he couldn't stop the next word from slipping out. Jungkook whispering, you also think I'm weird, right? His voice was so quiet, like he was afraid of his own questions. He felt his chest tighten, scared, valuable, exposed. Everyone called him the rich kid. He always walked alone, looked serious, and acted like nothing ever bothered him. When people talked behind his back, made rude comments, or spared gossiping, he stayed quiet. He acted like he didn't care, but deep inside, he cared not about them but about him. He cared about what Taehyung thought about him. Jungkook thinking, I just want to be someone good enough for Taehyung. Taehyung, on the other hand, was the complete opposite. He was the campus sweetheart, so warm, so gentle, so likable. Everyone adored him. He was good at sports, always scoring high taste, and made everyone smile with these kind words and jokes. He was a true social butterfly, floating around, making friends, spreading warmth. At school, Jungkook and Taehyung acted like strangers. They never talked, and they didn't even smile at each other when passing in the halls. Even thought they had known each other for years. Nobody knew that Taehyung's mother worked as a housekeeper at Jungkook's home. Nobody knew that Taehyung come over often. Nobody knew they saw each other so many times right inside that huge quiet house, but they never talk about it. They kept it a secret, not because they were ashamed, but because somehow the silence felt safer. Back in the kitchen, Jungkook was still humming in the air. Jungkook was quite filled with fears. You also think I'm weird, right? Taehyung looked at him with soft, serious eyes. Evoke said gently. Taehyung softly, nope, I don't think you're weird. You're just different. Jungkook rising a little simple playing on his lip. That's just another nice way to say weird. His voice was half joking and half hurt. Taehyung smiled gently. No, really, I don't mean it like that. He looked down at his hand, playing with his finger nervously. Taehyung quietly, I know you don't like crowds or a lot of people, and I get that people can be hard sometimes. They say mean things, then someone doesn't act like they expect. When you don't play the game their way, he looked up, meeting Jungkook's eyes. Taehyung sincerely, but that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Jungkook felt his throat tightened. No one ever said things like that to him, not in school, not at home. He blinked, tried to hide the emotion rising in his chest. Jungkook softly eyes lowering. It always been like this. A silence followed, but it wasn't cold. It was comfortable, like a soft blanket. They just stood there quietly, one leaning on the fridge, the other resting against the kitchen counter. No words were needed. The silence said enough, but still Jungkook felt something in his heart. When did Jungkook started a crush on Taehyung? That moment take him back to 6 months ago. Even though Jungkook was a genius, no one doubted that, but still he always felt out of place, out of race. His warmth, his quietness, his cold, serious nature, it made people call him Ice Prince, ice from his cold, emotionless face. Prince for his rich, powerful family name. Even teachers found it hard to deal with him, like the time he corrected their middle-aged history teacher, Mrs. Gates, during her lecture. Mr. Grace, angrily, Jungkook, I am the teacher here. You are not supposed to interpret it. Jungkook calmly without looking up. Ma'am, with all due respect, the of sign was into the class had gone silence in the end after checking the record. Mr. Grace had no choice but to applaud. Recently, still her face turned red. Whatever she saw Jungkook even after that, not that Jungkook cared. Then the day came 6 months earlier. All 11th and 12th grades were taken out suddenly to the school ground. A national football match was happening right at their home ground. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, and the air was full of cheers and flags. Jungkook to himself wouldn't have come if I knew earlier, but there he was standing awkwardly near the ground. The loud shouting filled his ears. His eyes slowly shifted to the field. Despite himself, he got pulled in by the energy. The match was uh, uh, his eyes followed the ball back and forth, kick after kick. The home team was losing by 1 goal. The crowd had started getting quieter. Then a smell of detail filled the air like heavy smoke. Suddenly someone changed. The ball started moving fast towards the rival team's goal. So small, so sharp, so fast. I could thinking, wait, who is that? A pair of feet moved like a blur, sweet, powerful, like lightning. In one blink, the ball was torn from enemy and rushed forward. Then a clear a shoot right into the goal. The crowd explodes. Jungkook shouting, "Yes, goal!" Without realizing, Jungkook grabbed in his statement in social science and jumped off with joy. Dean laughed. "Oh, look at you!" as Prince cheering. Jungkook laughing excited. That was amazing. Did you see that shot? They laughing and clapping like children at the birthday party. All the awkwardness between Jungkook and the world disappeared from that one moment. And then Jungkook said she wanted to see him, the one who made the goal. There in the middle of the field, standing tall, laughingly under the sun, Jungkook softly breathless. Taehyung had taken off his jersey, revolving his body. He poured cold water over his head. The sunlight made it spark like diamonds. His bicycle fixed as he laughed with his immense happiness shining on his face. He was beautiful, effortless, beautiful. Jungkook thinking, heart racing. How can someone look like that? His heart beat faster, and maybe that's when it happened. That moment, that 1 second when Jungkook had deep heart silent. Jungkook felt the cold blood rush past him. His mouth was open silently. His heart started beating faster. Tiny sweet drops appeared on his forehead. His Adam's apple moved as he swallowed slowly, nervously. His eyes were fixed. His drink in the sight. There he was. Taehyung, Jungkook thinking, Taehyung? Taehyung, yes, he knew him. In fact, they met almost every day. Taehyung, the strong forward of the school football team, the same Taehyung who was also the son of Min, their house head, the second student in school. Right after Jungkook, he often visited Jungkook's house, but it was always quiet between them, just short greetings, a little hi or hello here and there, nothing more. Jungkook would be in his room reading manga or studying. Sometimes he sat in the library all alone. Whenever Min was working at their home, Taehyung would come alone. He would help his mother with small chores and leave quietly. But after that football match, everything changed for Jungkook. He couldn't stop his eyes from searching for Taehyung in the crowd, in the classroom, in the hallway, in the school courtyard. Whenever they sat together in English class, Jungkook escaped in glance. Jungkook thinking, why does his face look even more handsome when he is serious? Taehyung would frown slightly while reading, biting his lower lip sometimes, and then their eyes meet by accident. Taehyung would smile, and Jungkook would got stuck. Jungkook thinking, did he smile at me just now? He would return the smile slyly, his cheeks turning warm. The eyes between them began to melt little by little, but strongly. They still didn't talk much at school, not even a full sentence, just silence, eyes contact, short but heart-pounding. Taehyung had a close group of friends, all from middle or lower middle class family like him. They didn't like Jungkook at all. They thought he was arrogant, cold, spoiled. So Jungkook never dared to approach them. But home was different. There were no judging eyes, no fake smile, no cold be himself. So Jungkook tried. He started showing up more often when Taehyung came by. Whenever he heard the old beat of a car pulling into their doorway, his heart would beat wildly inside his chest. He would act casual, walk into kitchen like he just happened to be there, but inside he was nervous, so nervous that one day noticed, oh hey Jungkook, you are here. Jungkook scratching his neck, smiling, yeah, I just got hungry. Taehyung came, you always hungry. Jungkook laughing softly, maybe. Slowly they began to talk, at first just common things, manga, anime and news series coming out. Jungkook excited, did you hear? The final chapter of Blue Blood Ring is releasing next week. Taehyung asked, pardon, what really? I thought it was delayed. Jungkook nodded, nope, I saw the official update last night. Taehyung grinned, you are a real fanboy, huh? Jungkook smiled shyly, well, so are you? Jungkook found comfortable in these small talks. They were like teacher. They started sharing book too. Taehyung would bring his warm out manga copies and Jungkook would lens his collector with the lens cover. Taehyung looking at the books. Wow, you are so well kept. Look like they won't be strong. Jungkook doesn't matter. The story is the same. Things are warmly true. This little moment meant everything to Jungkook. Every time Jungkook Taehyung laughed, he felt his chest became lighter every sad smell, even manga cows. It brought them closer, not just a classmate, not just someone's son, but as two boys finding space each other. Flashback in the evening sun display below on the hill causing a golden glow throughout the curtain of the small cozy home. The house was quiet, not softer, warmer. Taehyung's mother had returned to their home for a weekend, leaving Jungkook and Taehyung alone together. It was not the first time, but today felt different. Taehyung stood in the kitchen, his roller humming softly to himself as he the pot of the stove aroma of the stew mixed with the scent of fresh cooking rice filled the air. He smiled to himself, feeling a strange pressure in his chest. He wanted everything to be perfect tonight because Jungkook was here with him. Dinner is ready. Cookie can eat before it gets cold. Jungkook was fell from the living room where he was touching his notebook. Jungkook, come in, just give me a second. Jungkook set his down his finger brushed over the half-torn picture of them smiling with sunflower in his hair. He quickly closed the notebook, checked and made his way to the small dining table. Taehyung had already set the plate and was arranging everything neatly. Taehyung, I hope you like it. I tried to make it like my mom does. Jungkook smiled softly. It smells really good. You don't have to do all this. Taehyung, you are the guest. It's my job. Taehyung began to sit on the edge of the table to watch Jungkook eat, but Jungkook stopped at him. Jungkook, no, come on, sit with me. Let's eat together. Taehyung said, he said, no, you eat first. I'll eat later. Jungkook, Taehyung, please, I don't want to eat alone. There was a pause. Taehyung looked at her. Jungkook is soft rose and his voice gentle and sincere. He hesitated a moment longer, then finally nodded. Taehyung smiled shyly. Okay, just a little. Then they sat across from each other, the warm light from the lamp making their shadow dance on the wall. Jungkook took a bite and his eyes widened. Jungkook, this is really good. You cook so well. Taehyung eyes with happiness. Taehyung, really? I was nervous. I didn't want to mess it up. Jungkook, you didn't, not even a little. For a while, they ate quietly, but Jungkook couldn't stop stealing glances at Taehyung. The way Taehyung held his chopstick, the little smile he made at them was too hot. Now they drank water and wiped his lips after every bite. Everything about him felt soft and precious. Jungkook rested his elbow on the table, his eyes fixed on Taehyung's face. Again, there was a gentleness in Taehyung's expression in the of his lips and the light in his eyes. He looked so beautiful, peaceful and beautiful. Taehyung noticing, yeah, why are you looking at me like that? Eat your food, Cookie. Jungkook blinked out of his little trance, his cheek turned pink. Jungkook, I thought there were rice on your cheeks, but it's gone now. Taehyung tattled his head. Taehyung, you sure you was not just staring? Jungkook, no, no, I wasn't. I was just, never mind. Taehyung softly and looked down at his ears, turning a little red to the rest of the milk part. It disturbed Glance's small and quiet form that neither of them dared to speak of. When they finished eating, Taehyung stood up and began gathering the dishes. Taehyung, you stay out in everything. You are the guest, remember? Jungkook was standing, but I can help. Taehyung firmly sit with her. Got this. As Taehyung leaned closer to the table to grab the last paw, Jungkook reached out and at the same time their hand brushed and in the small space between, smiling their face come close to close. Their eyes looked for her heartbeat, everything frozen. in the sound of the clock ticking, the warmth of the dishes that they open, it will all disappear. Suddenly it got in his children quickly parted, just slightly eyes wide and sharper, just as the wall seemed to pause. Then another his cheeks shifted and he quickly picked the sinks. Then softly I was there, go rest quickly without waiting for a reply. He turned the tap out, letting the water hide the sound of his racing heart. Jungkook stood still for a moment, his own face burning. He bit his lip, then around the dishes to the room, his heart against his chest. In his room, he flopped into down on the bed and into the pillow. Jungkook, what just happened? Oh my God! By then the kitchen to him was washing dishes, cooking, moving on their own while he named the moment again and again. Then he whispering to himself. Where is the helpless ready the food and what happened to me? The ground stirred the both of them that night. The silence between them wasn't awkward, it was full of unspoken feelings, more like their thoughts. Later than them finished, he began to Jungkook's room. Jungkook went into his sleep facing the wall. Then good night, Jungkook. As he closed the door, Jungkook opened his eyes again and a smile smiled on his lips. Jungkook said good night there. The house was silent. One more, but now filled with something tender, quiet feeling. I couldn't name it, but they could feel coming softly, slowly but surely.